Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Yeah.
Karan, tell us about the event.
So the IE Venture Day is an event which we've started to encourage entrepreneurship among the youth. IE Business School, based in Spain, is based and works for entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is in the DNA of IE, and that's something which we want to promote. And everything that we teach through entrepreneurship. Innovation is something that we believe in. And today what we're doing is we have invited students from the top schools of India, including the IIMs, the IITs, ISB, and of course IE Business School. And we had competitions in each of these schools, and now the winners have come to Mumbai and are presenting. We also have students from high schools who also had competitions within their schools and are now coming here and presenting their final business plans. We also have a social impact competition where students from a challenged socio-economic background are coming here and presenting. And these are students from municipal schools in Mumbai who are actually presenting business plans. They're presenting to a team of venture capitalists. These venture capitalists, if they like the plans, may even fund these plans so that they become into actual businesses. And of course, we have with us actors from the Bollywood industry who also have turned into business. They're also entrepreneurs. They're going to be talking about their challenges, their experiences, and what advice they have for young entrepreneurs today. So that's a little bit about our event today.
Super. And how did you come up with the idea?
So again, we want to encourage entrepreneurship. We believe that one way the youth are going to get employed is when they set up their own businesses. A lot of people today are not happy with the job opportunities available to them. And when we give them a platform where they can come up with business plans, where they can get funded, and when they can actually set up businesses, that's what our vision was, and that's where the idea came from. Let's get more employment for the youth.
What is the standout feature of the IE Venture Day?
So I think one thing unique about the IE Venture Day is that we've taken the brightest minds from the industry today. Today you have students from IIMs, IIT, IE itself, as well as high school students who are between 14 to 17 years of age. When they come up with ideas, those ideas are worth gold. And for us, that's what really stands out today.
And what do you hope, how do you hope IE Venture Day would help in the future?
So I think again that just giving a platform to these students, giving them a platform to come up with their business plans, that platform will take them to the next level. I already had a word with some of the venture capitalists who are there today from the leading venture capital firms of our country. And the venture capitalists are so impressed with what they've seen. And I believe that they're going to actually fund these business plans. So that's the platform what we've offered the students today. Great, thank you.
It feels great, you know. Karan's a great guy. We've known him for some time, and he's doing some great work. And it always, I don't want to say that we've come here to give advice or something. We've come to share our experiences. You know, some of the experiences that we've had, you know, in our business ventures, which are still going on as well, and what we've learned in the industry and in different forms of business. So we've come to share those experiences and to listen as well. You know, it's a great platform where we can also listen to other people's stories and what they are doing as well. So it's a great event for us to be a part of that Karan is doing here.
What advice do you have for budding entrepreneurs?
We're going to do a panel discussion right now, so I'm going to talk some about that. But what I'll say definitely is only go for the ventures where you have passion, because if you do it for the money, I think that it's a lot of hard work, and the thought of the money doesn't keep you going. It's the passion which does.
Whenever I visit colleges or even schools nowadays, I'm kind of shocked because I think when we were in school and college, we didn't think so far ahead and we didn't have ideas like the kids today have. So I'm actually here to be inspired. I think the kids today have some great ideas and most of the jobs that we call jobs and professions today, I feel, will be redundant tomorrow. They won't be there tomorrow. There'll be a whole set of new professions and a whole set of new startups. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very happy to encourage all the youngsters who are going to be here, and I'm hoping to be a little inspired myself.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, we wish Karan Gupta all the best for this
Yep.
event and all his other
So we
events as well.
certainly do.
And it's a pleasure being part of this today.
You, ma'am?
Definitely, Karan. I'd like to wish you and also all the participants of all the 16 colleges all the very best. And also all the very best to the event, and I hope it continues, because this is something that the students definitely need, and things like this will help them grow much more.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you are a panelist here. What would you like to say about it?
I'm very happy. First of all, congratulate Karan Gupta for taking this initiative and creating a platform like this for the young, entrepreneurs and the young kids and college students and the graduates from IITs and IIMs to basically with their ideas of startups and getting investors and the people with the idea together on one platform. I think it's a fantastic initiative, and I'm very happy to be a part of this. Although I don't come from an IIT or an IIM background, but definitely with my experience in life for the last 20 years of having worked in the film industry and being a part of this business, it does help me understand these things a little better now. And I'm hoping that I could sort of add a little value to this initiative today.
IIT and IIM graduates are seeking, venture capital along with the poor section of the society. So, what would you like to say about that?
I saw the presentation of both. I saw the kids who had come from school in Jogeshwari, and the kind of confidence and the ideas that they came up with was really heartwarming. I think they, one, I would say that the future of our country is in good hands, because we've got kids who are so beautifully articulated, not just in their speech but also in their thoughts. And the kind of business ideas they came up with was absolutely fantastic, and it was quite a shock for me, because you don't really interact with those kind of kids on daily basis. But having seen them here in their school dress and coming here and presenting in front of such heavyweights, in a corporate setup, it takes a lot of guts and confidence to be able to speak in front of so many big people. And to be able to present the ideas that they've got, sitting in a school in Jogeshwari and putting their ideas together, getting their teams together, and using social media and the ideas that could be used on social media for the awareness and to build their businesses. It's absolutely phenomenal. So I was hugely impressed with what I saw today, and I think it's a great experience for me, to be a part of this initiative.
What is the one piece of advice you have for the youth?
I'm not sure if I can give any sort of advice to these people, because they're so way ahead in their thinking already. Because the one thing that I believe that you need for any sort of business to set up or to pursue or to be able to succeed in that business is passion, and these guys already have it in abundance.
So lastly, tell us something about your upcoming projects.
My
Upcoming project.
upcoming project, I'm a part of very, very big magnum opus. I think probably the most expensive film ever made in this country as of now. It's 2.0. I'm playing a negative role in that, and it's up for release now on the 29th. So I'm hoping and praying that the film does phenomenally well. Thank you very much.
I thought, okay, let me start this. So I started something called the MMA India show. You know, in August 2016, I got somebody on board with me who I was paying at that time. But I only paid for 2 episodes because I realized if I wanted to make a a long-term business of this, this is another thing. Save each and every penny. If you don't have to pay for something, don't. Try and do each and everything yourself initially until you can. Because the amount of money I'll call it spent or wasted, when you are going to people to ask them for money, they will see where you have spent the money and whether you spent it wisely or not. Because they want to see whether you are going to spend their money wisely or not. So long story short, I started the MMA India show. It became a huge hit on Facebook within the MMA India fans. You know, we started getting a lot of likes, shares, everything. And then the second thing was, I started a website on it, MMAindia.com. I had to buy it from somebody. But now this is where, of course, where you spend your money wisely comes in, is I knew if I wanted to reach where I wanted to reach, a global audience, I didn't want a .in. I wanted a .com. I didn't want a .go.in. I didn't want a .go. I wanted a .com. That is what I invested in. I invested in the address of it. I paid for that. I had to negotiate with the person. Somebody had it, So I had to negotiate with that with somebody. Somebody had it abroad. But MMAindia.com right now, if you search MMA space India, it's #1, without any SEO. Just with the content. So again, trying to make a long story short, I know I'm not, but still, I started initially putting a lot of stuff on. I had one guy, we started putting the podcast on that. We started coming into people's attention, and we started gathering writers. But again, to save money, I knew we couldn't afford. Now, it's not a matter of what I can afford. It's a matter of what the company, the property should afford. Just because I have 5 lakhs in my pocket doesn't mean I should put it into the company. You have to be very careful initially how you're starting. So we started getting people, writers who are very passionate, right out of college, and we're still doing that. Who know that we're still hiring them based on their talent, but they want to prove themselves. So that's what we started doing. MMAindia.com very quickly became #1. We are the only website, MMA website in Asia, who gets invited to every UFC fight abroad. I have journalists now covering these fights in various parts of America, China. Now, after that, I did a deal. Now, this is where the business part comes in. I did a deal. So, MMA India, the videos, I did a deal with Sony Live. They are the ones who show UFC. But they don't have any content, and they don't have any people talking about it, to review it. Like Harsha Bhogle talks about cricket. But there was nobody to talk about MMA. So that person and the shows became me. And we had, to talk about it, but we had my people abroad interviewing people. So we had that on Sony Live and on articles. The news articles, I did a deal with Times of India. And they have an app called Newspoint, which is an aggregator. So they started sharing our articles, and it's doing very well now. And of course, the sign of success, Google Ads came on board. We started getting ads on our site, and the bigger sign of success is sports betting sites have started investing in us. Now I'm not saying we should invest, but that for me was a sign of people, individual companies, who are the biggest advertisers in the sports market, started coming to us to advertise on our site. So now if you open it, the first thing that pops up is either a poker thing, so if you lose any money, don't blame me, so we started getting that. So now to grow that now, I said, this is a digital property, I want to grow this into something which is even more popular in India, which is cricket. So in June right now with the World Cup, of course, I wanted to do it, for cricket, world, football, every sport. So in June, I started the SportsIndiaShow.com. I already had a deal with Times of India, so our articles already are going to NewsPoint app. I already had a revenue stream. We're already getting ads on that now. It's growing very fast. Before that now, in between, a couple of people asked me, the Sony people asked me, why don't you do something in fitness? So I said, brilliant idea, so I hired somebody and we shot some episodes. And then I realized, you know what? To save money, I'm paying somebody, but to save money, why don't I hire for free the person who's sitting in my house and everybody knows? So I got Preeti to start doing the fitness shows, and the viewership just went through the roof again, So we have our own channel now on Sony Live called the Fitness India Show. We have the MMA India Show channel, and we also got a very good friend, Pooja Batra, who's again an Indian actress. She's very well known. She's done a lot of films. Who stays in Los Angeles. We got her to do the yoga part. So again the viewership blew up, and if you see, we are the biggest fitness property on Sony right now, and one of the biggest in digitally. So that was great. So these three properties, we put together MMA India, Sports India Show, Fitness India Show. They're all different verticals, different spaces, but you can cross-promote somewhere. We're cross-promoting them and they're helping each other. So we've put this together, and now in fact we're hiving this off, and we started some other properties as well. A wedding property called Monsoon Weddings. And so we're hiving this off into a separate division itself. From our company is called Swen Entertainment, but the digital division we're keeping separate as Swen Communities, because I see it as a whole different business model and a whole different business, which is both today and tomorrow. And what I try to do is keep very young people with me in the company who have their ear to the ground to what's happening. Like gaming is big. Gaming is huge. It's been big for some time, but it's a huge, huge business market which is growing even bigger in India. So we started doing gaming videos, and it's funny what people like to watch, on YouTube. You have to actually go and keep seeing what is it that people like to consume, what is it that they like to watch. They just like to watch other people playing games sometimes. So we hired a couple of people and they play games, and people like to come and watch and comment. And now the next step is of course getting people to actual venues and playing, getting people to sit here like this, getting people to compete with each other and play MMA games and sports games. So that's the next jump for us in our company. But what I try to do, like I said, is I always try to hire young people, and of course some experienced people, but young people who have their ear to the ground. If you see, technology and the way we consume it and the way people adapt and connect to it is changing not even every month, it's changing every day. And you have to have people with you, and I'm talking about my personal experience, who are the ones who are actually consuming and it's their tastes. So I have people in the office who I can see how their tastes are changing every day, in terms of even like stuff like GIFs or memes that we're making, or videos that we're making. It has their taste because it's people like them who are consuming it. So I don't know if this has come across as an experience or advice, but I hope you can see the passion with which I started this, because I'm very passionate about sports and fitness, and so that's what drives me. Of course, my passion for MMA is what started it. I'm very passionate about basketball, about cycling, running. Cricket, I have other people who are passionate about it driving that side, because it is for our sportsindiashow.com, that's the biggest driver. You put anything out about Kohli or cricket and it gets like 1 million likes. So, but we're even within that, we're still trying to be smart about how we're doing things. So we're trying to set up, we realize, you don't need to have physical copies to be a sports media company or to be a digital company. It's a digital company. So that was my long and short version, both of what we've been doing as a startup, on our startup side.
Good evening to everyone. Parveen has already spoken a lot about our company, Swen Entertainment. We started this jointly, and it was mainly, actually Sven mainly started out as a film production company. But it's amazing. I mean, I'd like to tell everyone out there, when you start something, you can't be sure that that is just what the business will be. Because one thing is for sure, like all the jobs that are there today, whether you take it like all the normal thought of jobs, engineer hai, doctor hai, all these are going to be redundant in the next 10 years from now. So it's going to be, all the jobs are going to be new, everything is going to be new. So even the business that you start today can be completely something else tomorrow. And that's kind of what happened with Sven Entertainment. We've now branched out into so many different things, and there's a couple of other things which we are doing which Praveen hasn't even spoken about as yet. Maybe he wants to keep them under wraps. So there's, I can talk about it, add a little more to the Fitness India show, because see, my story is a little different from Sudhanshu's and Praveen's. I'm an actor by default, and now I'm the MD of Sven Entertainment also by default. It's not something I thought of doing at all. Being a Sindhi by nature, I only wanted to store my money and lock it up in the bank. And when we actually had the idea of making a film, I never wanted to do that. I was just driven again by Praveen's passion for that subject, and then when I actually read that script, I felt this could actually work. And you know, so we jointly formed the company and made the film. But now, of course, it's gone into so many different avenues. The Fitness India shows actually started with just some, after my pregnancy, I put on a lot of weight. And yeah, so I joined the gym and I got a trainer and all the works. And you know, it started with just a few home videos that my trainer actually shot for his own social media sites. I actually just started with that. We put that out, and that actually garnered so much appreciation. We realized that there is a market out there. So sometimes a business is just by chance you see what the market wants and what the market needs, what the audience wants, and it starts from there. So the Fitness India show actually grew from just a few home videos, and it started with that. Now we shoot professionally, and you know, we have Pooja on board doing the yoga side of it and everything. So what I want to say is don't just limit your business. And also something else to the youth. I have a cousin in the States who left a very high-paying Google job just to have his own startup. He's now started his own venture, and he is doing very well in that very. So it's not a risk maybe I would have taken at my time, but I see when I visit a lot of colleges and schools today that they do have the capability and the drive to do it, but just the capability and the drive is not enough. There is a lot of hard work involved. And it's not a 9 to 6, it's a day and night thing. So when you're doing your own startup, you're going to be at it day and night. So you have to be ready for that and not just start it out of a whim or mujhe pasand hai to chalo main ye karta hu. It can't be like that. You have to be in it for the long haul. Give the business at least 5 to 10 years. Sometimes it may not take off for that long. So you have to be prepared mentally for it. I do see that in the youth, but I also see a bit of lethargy in work and wanting to. So you have, besides the passion, you also have to have the readiness to work that hard. Is what I think.
So if you're, I mean, this is really interesting because Preeti is telling us so much about being an actor as well as a businesswoman and doing so many different roles at one time. So if you have to think about your skills as an actor, how do you translate those into skills as a business person? So are the skills transferable, like the skills which make a successful actor versus a successful business person?
Completely. I think there is so much that we, number one is dealing with all kinds of people. We do that in our business of films, in our business of acting, as well as in our business, with our company. Number one is that dealing with all kinds of situations, not losing your, you have a stressful situation and being able to think it through without panicking. All of that. There's so many things. Also, there's a lot of things that you learn while you're acting. There's and besides fortunately for us, our business as well as our initial profession was all intertwined. It's all combined, and our film production company, and the things we're doing after that with it, with Sven Entertainment, are all a natural progression, I feel, of our profession.
Wonderful. Sudhanshu, would you like to add something about the skills as an actor, which you then used in business and make that business successful? Or, even if not successful, just the skills which you believe are transferable?
Loads of them, actually. First of all, the business that we are in is, I like to call myself as a part of the field of performing arts, right? So there are a lot of skills that most of the artists have or they need to have. For instance, obviously, to be able to speak, deliver dialogues, deliver a speech, whichever language it is. It's like when you're making a presentation, how a lot of these people today, all these young entrepreneurs made their presentations here on stage today. Their ability to be able to deliver the speech and convince people, or say everything that they've planned for or decided or conceptualized in a way that the person who they're looking at for investment should be able to get convinced 100% that okay, fine, this guy means business. So as an actor, when I'm saying my dialogue in front of the camera and I'm supposed to emote, whichever emotion it is, it could be sadness, humor, anger, whatever it is, my speech, my dialogue has to be able to have enough conviction for the audience to connect with that emotion that I have at that moment in time. That is one thing. Second, because I also have a production house, I'm obviously not, I haven't gone as far as Praveen and Preeti have. I just produced a music video as of now, but I've got 3 scripts lined up for Hindi feature films, and for me, my skill as an actor or being a creative person comes into being there, because when I produce a film, I'm not just going to be a producer in terms of just making a film. I'm also going to be creatively supervising or creatively producing a film, which means that the subjects that I'm going to make, I'm going to be involved with the subject right from day one. And I'll make sure that the content that I'm creating, even on paper, has to be so good that when I translate that into make it into a film, and shoot it with the camera, it has to be so good that I leave very little chance for a failure, So yes, there are a lot of skills as an actor that we can use or translate those skills into business.
Wonderful. Praveen, is there
become a success or a success because they actually help us. It's a tool, right? It's a digital tool. It makes our life easier. While working, you don't have to stop and call, for delivery or something. Sometimes in between a meeting, you can just call, and you have so much range in front of you now. And it's helped those businesses as well. It's helped all those food businesses as well, because they have people like me, looking at them and ordering if we like it. It's survival of the fittest then. And even, of course, everybody knows, but even the taxi apps, to an extent, to an extent, because transportation was always there. It wasn't just available at your doorstep. Now, I don't know why, and I'm a big fan of actual taxis in Mumbai and the people who have been working hard. I think somebody needs to make an app for them, because they've been working really hard for a long time, and they have what is required, to do that service, which is a phone and a vehicle. So I really feel somebody needs to make an app to make their lives a little easier. Kali Pili, yeah, I'm talking about Kali Pilis. So, yeah, but I'm not going to do that, so I don't have a problem sharing it. And we were just talking about, of course, a couple of things, and I just want to add to that, is if you have an idea that you believe in, you have to be practical about it as well. You can't be like, oh, this is the best idea in the world. But at the same time, sometimes, if you believe in it a lot, there is a chance nobody else will believe in it for some time. But if you have conviction in that idea, and if you can carry it through, you have to stick to it as long as you can. And if you can get money from anywhere, take the money. But of course, in the beginning, there are many other people sitting here who will give you much, much better knowledge in terms of valuations and everything. I'm not even getting into that, how much you should, sell for one stake and everything. But wherever you get the money from, Auntie Ji, Uncle Ji, Mosa, Pupa, anywhere, take the money, it'll help you, But the main thing is like Preeti said, don't waste the money. Don't, I don't know if you said it or I said, whatever. But, don't waste the money. When you're starting, each and every paisa will make a difference. Yeah, exactly. I'm saying be a Sindhi. Have a Sindhi mindset. And that can make the difference between success and failure, because if you have that little extra money sometimes in bad times just to keep going, you never know what's across the horizon. So be smart and work hard.
Watch this show called The Shark Tank. Yeah, I think that's a great show for everyone here to watch. I don't know how many of you watch it, but I think that it gives you some fabulous ideas, and also, yeah, the way people, yeah, it's actually the show to watch for all the people, all the participants rather.
So, Preeti, do you think our education system prepares us to be entrepreneurs, whether it's education with the 12th grade, the bachelor's degree?
I don't think mine did. I don't think that the SSC and ICSE forms of education prepared us, which is what I did. I can speak mainly as a Bombay educated, born and brought up here. Yeah. No, in fact, I think that the people who came maybe from the smaller towns compared to Bombay, they were the ones with the ideas and they were the ones who could actually go ahead and do stuff better than they were. I would say they would be better prepared than I would be. And now I think because they had the street smarts. Me coming from a kind of protected background and protected family, never allowed to venture out too much and this and that. So they had the street smarts at least. Maybe they had the same kind of education as me, but they had the street smarts. So that is also one thing that is very, very important, very required for your own startup. I was actually getting at, I think now where there are many different systems of education, the IGCSE, the IB and everything. And I think like a more project-based system of education would prepare us for startups better, students for startups better. So surely not the SSC which I did.
Sudhanshu, I have a question for you. What was my question for you? My question for you was, of course, the education system and how much that impacts entrepreneurs. What do you think is an entrepreneurial mindset? What is the mindset that an entrepreneur should have?
I think the lack of facilities around you, the more challenges you have around you, is where your mind starts to think of doing something and getting rid of them and making your life easier, is where your mind starts to work in the direction of entrepreneurship.
Business ideas coming out of necessity. That's what Parveen was saying with the food app, that it was a necessity to get food delivered home. And that's where the market developed.
Like one of the gentlemen said here, he was saying that most of the ideas are going to come from the 2-tier and the 3-tier cities. Because that is where people are sitting in their houses in small towns and trying to figure out a way to get out of there and be in the world that they see on television or on screen and do something in life and reach somewhere. So they are the people who have the dreams,
who are, you know, every night they go to bed with dreams in their minds, and that is why I think the ideas will be coming out of those deals from our country in the future for sure.
I think one of the ideas I really liked was in our villages, when a lady realized that she used to cook food and pack it and send it with her husband and son when they went to work in the fields. And they would complain that because of the heat, by afternoon, the food was not as fresh and sometimes not even good anymore. So she developed a system where she started wrapping the food in spices. So she made a roll out of spices and just wrapped the food in that. It stayed fresh for more than 24 hours. And eventually she realized that everyone else wants the same kind of wrapping. And she started selling it in nearby villages and we made a complete business out of it. So it does. Entrepreneurship, good ideas do come out of necessity. Right? Fantastic. I think we pretty much are done with time. Namita is like finished. Yeah. We do have time for maybe 1 or 2 questions from the audience. Does anyone have any questions? No. Okay. Fantastic. So thank you very much, Pradeep, Preeti, Sudhanshu, for being here, for sharing your insights. It was very, very useful for all of us here.
It's a very good sign. Nobody had any questions.
And now, of course, it's time for our awards. So great. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
unfortunately we didn't have all the students there in the audience. We had a very nice panel discussion. I think it was very nice because we got to hear ideas also. We had Sudhanshu with us and his business ventures and ideas and inspiration as well. And it was a very nice panel discussion. Unfortunately, we didn't have all the participants there. I think it would have been very much more interesting when we had a more back and forth.
It was really good, you know, both sharing our experiences with whatever little, you know, business ventures we've done, and also listening to the other people on the panel. हमने सुधांशु जी के दाल के बारे में सुना और अभी चाह बन गया है कि दाल के बारे में और सुने और खाएं. अगर पहले पता चलता,
मुझे अगर पहले पता होता कि ये MMA में इन्वॉल्व है तो मैं इनको दाल भेज ही देता.
तो ये देखिए प्लेटफॉर्म का बहुत बड़ा फ़ायदा हो गया है. तो बट जोक्स असाइड, I'd like to thank Karan for putting this together. And you know, it's a really great group of students जो passion है इनमें सीखने के लिए और कुछ करने के लिए. That's amazing. So I think that passion is always amazing to hear also and feed off of that passion.
जी.
पैनल डिस्कशन के बारे में बताइए, क्या कुछ बातचीत?
हमारी बातचीत बेसिकली यही हुई, जैसे करण ने मुझसे पूछा था कि मैंने अगर कभी कोई बिजनेस किया तो उसका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था और क्या सही हुआ और क्या गलत हुआ उस बिज़नेस में. तो हम लोग वही बातचीत कर रहे थे कि मैंने कितने पैशन से बिज़नेस को शुरू किया था. एक हद तक मैं सक्सेसफुल भी हुआ, बट शायद उस समय मेरे पास एक दो चीज़ों की कमी थी जिसकी वजह से वो मैं 100% कंटिन्यू नहीं कर पाया. बट पैशन अभी भी है मेरे अंदर और मेरे अंदर अभी भी ये उम्मीद है कि मैं एक समय के बाद शायद उसको फिर से रिस्टार्ट कर सकूं या किसी ऐसे इंसान के साथ जुड़ सकूं जो सेम बिज़नेस में हो और मैं अपने पैशन को कंटिन्यू कर सकूं उस बिज़नेस के साथ आगे.
आई थिंक आज का जो अभी पैनल डिस्कशन हुआ, हमें स्कूल में पढ़ाते थे कि एक्टिंग जो है वो फाइन आर्ट में आती है और बिजनेस अलग आता है, और दोनों का अलग अलग स्ट्रीम होता है. एक फाइन आर्ट होता है, एक बिजनेस होता है. लेकिन आज प्रीति, परवीन और सुधांशु के एग्जाम्पल्स ने और जो उन्होंने कहा है कि जो एक्टिंग है और बिजनेस है वो दोनों एक ही स्ट्रीम में हो सकते हैं. इनफैक्ट जो हमारी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ है, जो टॉप बिजनेस स्कूल्स हैं वर्ल्ड वाइड, एक्टिंग अभी हमें बिजनेस स्कूल में पढ़ाते हैं, क्योंकि जब आप मैनेजर हो, आप लीडर हो, आपको कम्युनिकेशन करना पड़ता है और वो आपको एक्टिंग स्किल्स सिखाते हैं. तो आई थिंक देयर इज़ अ वेरी क्लोज कोरिलेशन बिटवीन an actor and a business person, and to be a successful business person, the skills which are transferable, of course, as we said earlier, are being passionate about what you're doing, about anything that you're doing, even the new ideas that you're coming up with, whether you're impromptu, whether you're acting, or if you're going to make an impromptu business decision. And that was brought out very nicely in today's discussion. So we're very, very thankful to Preeti, Parveen and Sudhanshu for giving us their time coming here and motivating all the students that we have to go ahead with their dreams and turning their business plans into a real business.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.